I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yes or no? Did you ever take banned substances to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes.
I had no prior knowledge of the planned assault on Nancy Kerrigan.
I am deeply sorry for my irresponsible and selfish behavior I engaged in.
What's wrong with the world, mama? People living like they ain't got no drama. Black Eyed Peas. Welcome back to Hoops the Podcast. My name is Ryan Lynch. I'm sitting here with Giulio Gallerati. How you doing, Giulio?
I'm good. What is that? People killing, people dying,
children hurting, you hear them crying.
Won't you practice what you preach?
Won't you turn the other cheek? Father, Father, Father. If I'm being like, if that song didn't save the world, I don't know what can. That song was supposed to save the world, and we couldn't get behind it and all just be chill.
And it appeared to
dismissing all the specificities behind the world issues. Why didn't that song work?
It should have.
Where's the love, everybody? I sang that at a karaoke bar this past week after improv. Our troupe went out just to blow off some steam after some hard yes-anding each other, my guy. And we go in there, and it was a Midtown karaoke bar. We went for us, okay? We went to goof off, we went to bond. Because we got our big show on June 25th. Tickets in my link in bio. Ryan is really polite. And there was a guy in there that had his name on the queue for 7 songs in a row. And it was all about him. And that's fine. He's a karaoke guy. But karaoke guys, you got to be careful about the karaoke guys.
And they allowed that? Or were they?
I mean, he was already there. It's like an order in which you hand your ticket with $1.
Was he good?
He was fun. He was karaoke bar good.
Uh-huh.
He wasn't good enough for off-Broadway.
He was in LA karaoke good.
No. This wasn't like he wasn't like Nashville basement band at the very last bar on Broadway good. Like, no, because that guy's amazing.
That guy's amazing.
This guy's in Midtown on a Thursday night at 10, 11 at night.
And were you guys in Koreatown?
No, we were right by MSG.
Okay. And then wait, so where was your show?
This was just practice. It was after practice.
Okay.
Meet on Thursdays.
Got it.
So it was after rehearsal. So we went there, blow off some steam, and we walked in. And the karaoke guy, he's in the middle of his song. He's singing his falsettos and his altos and his baritones all at once. Very great for his 3 friends that are there. They obviously are very kind and supportive, though you can tell they're visibly over it. They're so over it. And the threatened, protective look in his eyes when the group of us walked in with laughter, joy, and a willingness and readiness to vulnerably sing our favorite songs, even if it might not go well. And for him to not have the cue to himself anymore, I could just see behind his eyes that he was irate. And we go in there, and we start going to the cue, and karaoke guy's name slowly moves off the cue board as he's finishing his songs. He sees us like hyenas circling the microphone, because as soon as he's done, and like not like we're not taking over the room, but just so you know, like we're going to take part of the room. It's not your room to take over. So we're here to take some of it and participate together. And when he wasn't singing, because he still snuck his card in between some of our songs, because we weren't trying to.
It was the same
we weren't
one
competing.
guy.
Same one guy. There's other people there. He's with friends. They're over it. But he's still putting his name in. He's slipping them in. He's being fast. This is all real. He's slipping them fast. And whenever we're singing, he is just like.
When you say slipping him fast, is there a person administering the karaoke?
Yeah, there's someone behind the bar. You fill out a ticket with a code for the song via their app that you have to download. It's a process that he is well aware of, so he's very quick to get his cards in. He knows it's like 7-digit numbers per song, and he just knows what he wants to sing. And he submits them as we're like casually filling like one card out and like cross-referencing the card. He's already like submitting 2. He did 2 songs between like, we did like 2 songs, he did 2 songs, then we did 3 songs, then he did 1 more song, and then we did like 2 songs and he was gone. So like he's sticking around. He was like trying to fight off us. There was just like, because the reason why he was so I can tell he was upset specifically was the look on his face. He was like this, and he wasn't acknowledging us. And we were, when he was singing, a little bit, we were pacing, we were supporting non-verbally or eye contactedly, but like we were like approving and appreciating, like this is a place where like people come to sing together.
What songs did he do?
He sang ABBA.
Which one?
gimme, man after midnight. Like, great, cool. Like, yeah, we're gonna move our feet. We're gonna move our feet, tap our toes while we talk, and some encouraging eye contact here and there. I mean, this guy could not look at us. He wouldn't do it. He didn't want to do it. And this wasn't like a we gotta like get this guy kind of thing. This is just something I clocked. So that don't be the karaoke guy, I guess.
Do not.
It's a bad look.
Don't be him.
And your friends, like, you have really good friends. I could tell they were done with you. They were done with you. The reason why I bring up karaoke is because I sang "Where Is the Love." Yes. That people didn't love that, which I don't get, because that song's all about love. Why can't I sing that song?
It's funny to like do that song and people not like it and be like, guys, it's about love.
I know all the words. I'm not looking at the board.
That is funny.
I got the cadence down. I'm flowing. I'm
the
bopping.
world, mama.
Straight up. And I wasn't, it's not even like I wasn't like doing impressions. Like, I was singing it. I was singing the song as intended, which was to bring the world together. And it was off-putting to that guy. Yeah, that's why I bring that. Don't be that karaoke guy. There's plenty of room for all of us.
We can all karaoke.
We can all karaoke. Do you like that?
Karaokeing?
Yeah.
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 It's fun.
Yeah. It is fun.
I do.
It doesn't, and like, I know it's been talked about in the past in the pod, like, you can't be too good because then it comes off as karaoke guy. You can't be horrible because everyone's just waiting for you to stop.
There's a good
balance.
way to just like, and doing one song is a good way to not be too good.
Yeah.
Because you can be too good for one song. Being too good for 3 songs, just being a ball hog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pass the ball.
You can manipulate these things, guys, to get the perception of view of how you want the world to view you. If you're good, let out like a little voice, like let out a little crack, like a voice crack on a high note on purpose, and then laugh it off like, ugh, I'm not perfect.
I'm not perfect.
I'm not perfect. Classic. I can't hit that note like I used to. Oh, shucks. I can never hit it. Like, just like, be vulnerable. Don't be that guy. So
we did karaoke after my Chicago show. The first show I did in Chicago where I sold out. It was a great show. And these people came to this karaoke bar with us, and I did like Bad Bunny, and people like started booing in the bar, which like felt, and I honestly, I think back on it, I was like drunk. So like, and it was also like a part of the song that I can definitely do perfectly. And for whatever reason, I was like not able to. Maybe I was like, had too many drinks or something. But I just like wasn't sharp, and like I just got really self-conscious. Even though the people were just booing the Spanish song, they didn't want that. They wanted the Eagles. They wanted whatever.
Mr. Brightside.
Sure. And they booed, and then I started getting embarrassed, and then the people who I was there with, I like felt self-conscious. It just felt weird. I'm feeling uncomfortable talking about it right now.
Yeah, while like really fun bouncy music is going off and no vocals.
It was really bad. It was bad.
Did you muscle through?
I may not have. I may have like bailed.
Bombed at karaoke.
I may have bailed. Yeah, hate to see it.
Damn.
Well, dude, I have something funny that I was looking at this morning.
Yeah.
That I thought you might enjoy. So you know about, am I saying this right? Grok?
Is that Twitter's AI?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Twitter's basically like you can fact check with it, which is helpful because like anytime I see some bullshit, I always scroll to the Grok, what's going on here? And it tells you.
And before that, you said there's always someone there to let you know, like, I was there during the beheading of that child.
Exactly.
It did happen.
You have to see, you need the context. You need the context. Because people be lying.
But now there's Grok.
So Grok is helpful. But anyway, so there's a video of DeMarcus Cousins, who was you saw this? Former NBA basketball player. I guess he's now playing in Puerto Rico. And he gets into a fight with a fan. The fan must have said some shit to him. And then he like, basically just starts doing some disrespectful shit to the guy. Or the guy's disrespecting DeMarcus Cousins. Like, I take the basketball player side on this one. It doesn't specifically matter what he did because I scroll down and somebody goes, Grok, please explain what happened, but do it like a pirate.
And it did?
Dude, this is what Grok says back. matey, DeMarcus Cousins sailing the hardwoods of Puerto Rico. Got into a stormy scuffle on June 9th, 2025. Playing for the Mets de Guaynabo. He clashed with a rowdy landlubber courtside, trading crude gestures like cannon fire. Dude, how good is that? Ejected from the game, he faced a tempest of drinks and popcorn flung by the crowd. Security, like sturdy shipmates, held him back from charging the stands. Dude, unbelievable.
I didn't know you could prompt it to have a tone or a character tell it.
No word from the captain or crew, leaving the tale murky as a foggy sea.
And so that was someone else's question to Grok, and it stayed for you to see because it got likes.
No, well, so yeah, somebody asked Grok the question and then Grok replies. But that was like the main reply.
Got it.
And it was, dude, crazy. I was like, that is fucking hilarious.
Damn, dude.
I know. God, love
He was angry. I mean, I would be too. He was that type of anger where you just need as many people as possible to jump on him and just tackle him because like he's not there. He's black. He's in the middle of a blackout.
I know.
And I felt bad. The people throwing drinks.
So how bad did it get? I just saw when the guy initially held him back. Did it like get way worse than that? Did he like punch the guy in the face or something?
No, all I saw, the video ends kind of with him being restrained as popcorn and drinks are being thrown on him a second time. So I think he tried to break through security 3 times. It's bad. It was like Ron Artest, Malice at the Palace bad.
Yeah.
He didn't make contact. He didn't make contact. But like it just
Malice at the Palace was worse.
Oh yeah, that kind of anger. That kind of anger was there. There's a guy in Detroit who's really got a hot head that tried to kill LeBron 2 years ago on court, like a massive scuffle. LeBron elbowed him and he blacked out. Like he wasn't a person. Like he just wasn't there.
Who was? Can you look that up? I'm curious about that.
I'll show you the video so you can see it real quick. Isaiah Stewart. Yeah, and he's had at least one more crash out since.
Did he apologize for that? He's probably hell no.
No. I mean he got elbowed.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. But yeah, that's what DeMarcus Cousins looked like there. Mm-hmm. I love the context that Grok gives and ChatGPT gives. We got a lot of fun feedback from the Danny episode too.
Really?
Just people, just like classic Danny. Someone sent me a photo of some guy on a subway like reading something from ChatGPT, and it was like a therapist.
Dude, hilarious.
And a couple people sent that, and they were just like, "This is Danny, right?"
Classic Danny.
Could be.
Dude, the guy's a legend. DP, man.
Could be.
True legend. Well, dude, I wanted to take a second to shout out my boy Ross, who has sort of helped arrange and set up my Tanzania situation comprehensively. And shout out to his company, Project Repat, which is a pretty cool company where they kind of like take old T-shirts and basically make them into like quilts. And that kind of idea, I think, is to reduce textile waste, which is like a huge thing. So we're going to go check out some of that when we're in Tanzania. So it's been really cool that they've been supportive, and definitely check out their stuff because it's a really cool company.
We could throw their link in our description.
Yeah, let's do that.
There's no shot we bump into each other.
No, we just don't have any overlap.
Okay.
But it would be hilarious.
I'm still like, there's still going to be a piece to me that's like, I'm going to look over my corner. I'm just going to see you.
Hey, Colorado, fucking hey, Lynch.
Yeah.
Dude, the jewelry guy in our block made a pretty funny joke that like took me a second to get. He's this Polish guy, and he's basically like, oh, me and Hillary are in there. And he's like, or Hillary and I are in there. And he's like, you guys gonna have children? And we're like, yeah, we think maybe. And he's like, oh, he's like, you need to have 3, 1 of each. Which is kind of a hilarious joke. 1 of each, boy, girl, trans person.
Okay.
Which is like sort of edgy, but like I thought that was very clever.
That is funny.
I was like,
it took me a second as well.
I was like, that's very clever.
It is clever.
So anyway, shout out to the jewelry guy as well.
That's nice. Can I tell you about, I experienced like my New York moment.
Please.
I experienced my authentic, this is New York moment. It was one of the best memories that I will bring to the grave with me. It was on the subway. I was on the M train coming back from the Bronx on Wednesday night, and I'm with a couple of friends, and I just see a stranger, and I just point, and I put my hand above my fist. I make a fist above my hand, and I challenge them to rock, paper, scissors.
What?
I just challenge a stranger to rock, paper, scissors. We're in a tunnel, and I played that person, and I won. And then I just turn over to this girl that's sitting much closer to me. Best 2 out of 3. I
Were
beat
you with
her.
your friends?
I was with my friends. I beat her. I look to her friend. I beat her. I turn over. I point at a random guy. I beat him. I turn over to another guy. I beat him. His friend. I beat him. Everyone's watching. Everyone's excited. Every age, every ethnicity. Where is the love? This was the love right here. I finish it off with the one person that said no when I tried to start going. Too cool for school. too cool for school. I kept pointing.
Like, you want it?
I kept pointing. And eventually, from across the subway car, I play against this woman. Boom, boom, see ya.
You won.
And then we
7
got
in a
out of
row.
the subway. It was magical. Everyone was laughing. And it was every type of person, every age, every demographic, every ethnicity. It was the most amazing, wholesome, communicative experience that one could possibly have. Not a single person was not paying attention to it, and everybody was laughing.
It's peak.
Everybody
Lynch
was
humor here,
laughing.
dude.
It was
Did
so
anybody film
wholesome.
it?
Yes, my friends filmed it, and
gotta post
one
that.
of the strangers. I did. I posted a compilation with gunshots.
Is that on your thing?
I put it on my. It's quick. It's like 6
Oh,
seconds.
dude, that's amazing.
Yeah, that final person. I just toasted her. Too cool for school. No one's too school. I did this. Boom, boom, boom. See ya.
Dude, this is great.
Too cool for school. No one's too cool to play rock, paper, scissors.
How funny is that, man?
Too cool for school.
Good work, Lynch.
The people that are sitting behind home plate that don't know who Andrew Velasquez is. So
Dude, unbelievable.
that was just like a fun thing, and like it left me with such a positive feeling. Like that truly, like that's just a cool, fun,
This is
harmless
so fun.
thing, and just everyone was involved in laughing, and it was so lighthearted, and it was so non-committing. It just was a fun 3 minutes with strangers on a train.
Dude, amazing. I love it. It's so funny.
And so I challenge you guys out there. Who's gonna get pissed? Who's gonna get pissed that you challenged someone?
How did the first person know you challenged them? Had you just played your friend? Is that how?
No, so I do this on bachelor parties when I don't have yo-yos, and so you just look at a stranger and
They know.
it's a universal language.
That's crazy. To me, that looks like you want to fight.
No, well then if they're like confused, I'll like, and then I'm like,
Got it.
and
Wait,
it's
what's the 3?
best 2 out of 3.
Oh, you do it all non-verbally? That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
do it from rooftop to rooftop down in Broadway, Nashville. You do it on the subway down in Brooklyn. Like,
Hilarious to do it across the
Wholesome.
rooftops.
yeah, it's just.
I didn't realize
fun.
you were so far away from the people. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And you just do 1, 2, 3.
So I do it and like, and then we either get right into it. I mean, people knew right away the cadence because everyone
Especially
was
as they
watching.
see. Yeah.
It was like that theater for that.
Once you get one,
Jeremy
everybody knows.
Strong Broadway play. What's that theater?
In the round?
What's the Circle Theater in Manhattan?
I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've never actually performed in one of those.
So
Interesting.
So just a fun, encouraging thing. That's where the love is right there.
I really love it. The love is
It's wherever you are with strangers playing rock, paper, scissors, shoot. If I can make an amendment to the lyrics of that song, I think if you add rock, paper, scissors, shoot, I think that could fix everything.
Amen, brother. All right, so we got some emails, Lynch, that we should get
Yes.
into here. So the first one is called Destination Wedding Advice. So this is it. So let's see what you think. Congrats on both of your recent weddings. Can't wait to hear details
Thank
on Ryan's. That was a few weeks ago, if you guys haven't listened to that one yet. As you both just had weddings of your own and seem to be attending quite a few in recent years, I'd love to get your thoughts on a few things. My fiance and I are having a destination wedding in early 2026 at an all-inclusive resort in the Dominican Republic. Neither of us have been to a destination wedding before. We want to make sure we're including some special touches / thank yous for guests, as we understand it's expensive to travel and took time out of their busy schedules to plan a trip around us, essentially. But if we're spending money on these things and money on extra luggage to get things to the resort, we want to make sure it's worth it and we're spending money on the right things. So a quick rapid fire on how you feel about the below. Custom cups, custom sunglasses, custom hats, welcome bags, snorkeling excursion, parentheses. Well, I thought I'd really want to plan this for our us. I think maybe there's a typo. And for us and our guests, I'm not sure it's the best thing as many of our guests are only staying for 4 nights. And I don't know if we want to go to the day before or the day after the wedding. It feels rushed and like people can definitely entertain themselves at resorts for 4 nights. All right, sure. Watercolor guest portraits. Artist on site takes photo of each guest and then paints. Not planning to do all these, just more wondering if you guys have any ideas or have seen cooler things at other weddings and what you feel you deserve as a guest of a destination wedding. Thanks, love the pod.
Have you been to a destination wedding before?
Mm-hmm. Have you?
I have not.
Interesting. Okay, so I guess I'll start, but like you tell me what you think about based on what I'm saying,
Yeah.
because you understand weddings well enough. So to me, and I basically just think that anything that can sort of minimize the cost for the guests is the key thing. So like if you're going to spend all this money on all this stuff, now obviously some of this stuff isn't going to be that expensive. So it's maybe not apples to oranges or it is apples to oranges because, spending $100 on sunglasses or $400 on sunglasses versus $4,000 to get the room block to go down a bit. That obviously there's a difference there, and maybe you've already done that. But in my opinion, as a guest at destination weddings, I sort of always just appreciate stuff that makes it cost less for me. So, hats, sunglasses, all nice touches. I think that the watercolor thing, also nice. These are all nice touches for sure. But at the end of the day, the most important thing for me is to minimize the cost for the guests if it's possible. So if that means like picking, I don't even know. I don't know. Like I said, these might not be comparable things, but that's where my mind goes.
Mm-hmm. And this is an all-inclusive?
It sounds like it, yeah.
So I agree with you. Like, very kind for bottles and paintings but that's kind of just junk that they have to bring home with them. Very kind to think of those things. You put them on a list. So I'll be nice about that. But like, don't waste your money on that. That's expensive. The little things that come with a wedding that you don't think are going to be expensive are exorbitant. And so to think about water bottles, they're going to be very expensive and not worth it. So I agree with Giulio. Anything to make the trip cheaper, maybe like a credit to, it's an all-inclusive, but maybe there's a restaurant nearby that's expensive or not included in the inclusivity where you give everyone like, a certain amount of money towards going there, or a couple bucks towards something.
So if it is the Dominican Republic, there might be, and they've never been to a destination wedding, or I think that's what they said. Let's say that the guests are not going to leave the property and what that could potentially look like. So in my mind, first of all, they'll have to get there from the airport. Is that included? Is that part of the all-inclusive? Is that like part of the whole package? If it's not, that could be a nice thing to include so that people can save, whatever, $20, $30, however much it's going to cost. It might be more. So like, it's nice maybe to offer a shuttle. Also, like, for example, the scuba thing sounds like something that could be expensive. So instead of doing something like that, maybe if you could reduce everybody's overhead by $30 each, to me, that like ends up being worth it more than like a scuba excursion. Mm-hmm. And it sounded like they weren't even going to do that to begin with. Obviously, hats, sunglasses, like things to put in the welcome bags, standard wedding stuff, Advil for hangovers, electrolytes, whatever. All that stuff obviously goes a long way, but yeah, I think I still stand at whatever can reduce the cost for the guests.
Maybe an envelope with 20 singles for everybody to help pay the staff, like at the bars and stuff like that for tips.
For tips, that is nice. Mm-hmm. I think it's always great to bring a bunch of small bills when you travel to places, especially places where you can tip in dollars, which most places you can.
I think the DR you can.
Yeah, that sounds right. And yeah, because then otherwise you end up giving the bellboy a 20 and you're like, fuck, like that was more than I needed to give that guy.
Or give that, and if the shuttles aren't covered to bring him back to the airport, leave some cash dedicated for that. Be like, hey, the shuttle back is $30 each, so we're giving you each $50, so that we can cover the shuttle back, and then also tip money or little miscellaneous dollars for anything else, because we really don't want you to have to spend anything if you have to come from this. Right.
So yeah, so then it's nice to do all inclusive. I'm sure you guys negotiated some kind of block. So
and those water bottles, like I don't know, you said, did they say custom water bottles?
Yeah, I think so.
I wouldn't invest money in that. I wouldn't invest money in that because that's going to cost probably, $40, $50 a water bottle.
No, it won't be that much. It won't be that much.
No.
Not when you buy them in bulk. But anyway, but still, let's say that that's true. The only way where I think that that's a good thing to spend money on is if the all-inclusive resort has places where you can fill up a water bottle, because people won't think to bring them.
Yeah. But yeah, I think just some cash. If you're willing to do that, that actually, and that's not like giving someone cash on their birthday. Like that's money allocated to specific things that you'd like to cover for them, specific to the event. Which
you could also do by literally just covering it, but agreed that the tip thing is cute. and a nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent.
Have fun and
Have fun.
congratulations.
Congrats. Have the best time. And it sounds like you guys' heads and hearts are in the right place. I'm sure you'll take care of your guests. Dude, this is a great one too. So this email is a follow-up from, catch this, September 2021. Okay. So this dude, and I'll say the original email first. Guys, long-time listener, first-time emailer. I've got myself into one hell of a situation. Quick backstory. I went with 12 of my buddies to Vegas 2 weekends ago, and we had one hell of a weekend. We met some Latin American women who live in the States now at Caesar's Palace at the pool where we were staying on the first day we were there. Well, fast forward on the last night, one of the women made quite the advance on me, living in the mindset, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. We went to some club, and after an evening of overpriced tequila and vodka and loud ass, quote, Vegas, put your hands up, I brought her back to my room where we shared a romantic encounter. Well said, sir. The following morning, I had to rush her out and get my shit together to fly, and I thought I'd never talk to her again, because why would we? For reference, Ms. Venezuela is a 29-year-old divorcee who works for Google in Silicon Valley. I'm a 26-year-old guy from South Carolina who runs a construction company. Either way, she's texted or called me every day since, talking about how she can't get me or my body off her mind. Nice. And I don't know what I did to captivate her attention besides showing her some Southern hospitality and charm. We've briefly talked about meeting again because one night was clearly not enough for either of us. This morning, this was on Labor Day, I woke up to a text saying she booked a flight to arrive in my town 10:30 a.m. on Sunday, 6 days from now, and staying until Tuesday morning. Now, let me say she's super hot, and I do find her very interesting. However, is this insane? 2,600 miles, seemingly just to have sex with me again, which I would gladly oblige as I could use some more of her Latin love. I have no clue to do about work Monday, blah, 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 blah. He goes, is she going to murder me? What have I got myself into? Did I just meet some psycho? Is this people from California, what people from California do, or do ladies really just love country boys? My mind is racing, blah, 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 blah. I forget what we said back. I think we just said, we emailed back and said, we're excited for you. Venezuelan chicks are hot. Have fun. Seems like a pretty low stakes situation. She's just into you. And I think on the pod, we advised him to give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Just
one question. So just to clarify, 6 days is the amount of time between when he left Vegas and when she's planning on coming.
I woke up to a text 6 days from now, so it's kind of unclear to me, to be honest.
This is within a couple weeks.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Or within a week or two.
Sounds right.
Okay, I'm good. I'm ready.
So, you ready for this update?
And this is 4 years. This was a little less than
September
4 years
2021.
ago.
Yeah, a little less than 4 years ago. So we got an email from the guy. Just wanted to give an update years later. I did let her come stay with me. It went wonderfully. She later moved to South Carolina from California to be with me, and 2 years ago we got married. And in 2 months we have our first kid on the way. I always jokingly give the podcast credit for our relationship every so often, telling my wife, if I had never listened to Oops to reassure me you weren't some crazy person, none of this would have ever happened. Thanks, guys, and I hope everything's great on y'all's front. Keep it up.
Wow.
Love to see it.
What a beautiful... I have to go back and listen to that episode. It's been so long. What a beautiful piece of evidence that they're going to be able to show their kid that helped spark the initiation of his existence.
I know. It's hilarious. It's really funny.
That's really sweet.
Very special.
And I love how elegantly he presented the initial story 4 years ago.
Agreed.
It is tasteful.
Yes.
And it is ready to be heard by a young child.
Yeah, and he says it in a way where like he's addressing the sort of elephant in the room that's like potentially uncomfortable to say out loud without being a dick about it.
The Southern hospitality.
This guy's a charmer.
He gave her grace in that email.
He did.
When at the time he was questioning whether or not she was a crazy person or not.
He did.
He gave her grace. He gave mom grace.
I'd love to see a pic of them, dude. Send a pic, Graham.
Just of your wife.
I know. Just of your wife, not you, dude.
That's really sweet.
Really sweet.
Glad that happened.
And the final thing we have here is a deodorant suggestion.
Oh.
Based on the aluminum-free seeking that we've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, gang, I feel you on the deodorant thing. I also ditched aluminum deodorant Took a while to find one I liked, and it's the native coconut and vanilla scent. You know this one?
Yep.
Do you like it?
I want to hear what he
That's
says.
it. He goes, you can get it at any store. You smell like an island.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. That's crazy. The vanilla. That's the exact one that I was speaking of.
That is funny.
Good for you. That's good for you though.
Yeah, good for that guy. Glad it works. Dude, I got a good one for you here. So a friend of mine told me this story. So he was in Paris, and they're at dinner, and there's this like really cute decoration on the table. It's like this butterfly or whatever. And he's like, oh, well, that's great. Wow, that thing's so nice. So at the end of dinner, the bill comes, and the bill's like $1,000. And his wife's looking at it. She's like, what the fuck? And she looks and she sees the dinner is like 200, but then it's like Swarovski butterfly or whatever, or like whatever company it is.
Yeah.
Like say Swarovski butterfly, $800. And she looks at her husband, and he embarrassingly reaches into his jacket, pulls out the butterfly, puts it back on the table.
No.
He had stolen it, and instead of them calling him out on it, they just put it on the bill.
Oh. Dude, get called out like that?
The French, dude, savages. I'm like, that is absolutely hilarious.
Good for them for doing it that way, because that's embarrassing on him.
100%. I'm like, dude, that is tough.
Good for them.
Tough look.
That means that's happened enough times where that's just like automatically in training.
In his defense, and I don't think the company's, I forget which company it is. It might be, I think it's Baccarat. It's this famous thing. It's like a Baccarat butterfly or something. Anyway, he must have not known that it was that valuable. So he probably thought it was this like cheap thing, took it, and then, found out the hard way.
Yeah.
This wasn't just any knick-knack, pal.
That's not a knick-knack. No. That's cringe.
All right. Well, anyway, guys, subscribe to my Patreon if you're enjoying my travel stuff. If you don't, all good too. But at least watch every video I've ever made, please, and comment on all of them. The Alaska video is doing great, all things considered. A lot of solid growth, so look forward to keep bringing you guys good shit. Come see me at Zany's this weekend in Nashville, Friday and Saturday, one show each night. They should both be really good. Pumped about that. Then Charlotte, New York, St. Pete, and Houston for the rest of the year. And oopsthepodcast@gmail.com for your emails if you want to chat with us about stuff. At oopsthepodcast, oopsthepodcast.com for merch. Lynchy.
June 25th, Steam Room Etiquette, link in my bio at Ryan is Really Polite. You can find me there on all socials, so please check that out if you haven't yet. And comment below a karaoke song that you could confidently sing without looking at the TV. Do you have one, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
A bunch. I'm a guy who learns lyrics of songs. Like, it's just a thing. It's how I remember stuff. So yeah, I can do probably 100.
Okay. All right. Changing it now, if you listen this far, comment below one of the songs that you think Giulio could sing 100% to completion without checking the board.
Thank you, guys.
All right. See you later.
Yeah.